Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. It is Friday, which means it's time for Chibi Friday, and I am on part 3 of my Chibi Kiki. Kiki is my pet cat. She's working on her 15th year, I believe. She's going to be 15 this summer. I mean, her estimated birthday. We don't know how old she actually is, but anyway, I think we might be able to finish this Chibi this time because we got all the base coloring done with a little bit of so we've got the first layer done, and I got some secondary stuff added, and so there's not too much left to do. The whole hour to work on it. I think that we might be able to finish Chibi Kiki today. Oh, Exie is here. Hello, Exie. How are you? The weekend is here for you. Welcome to the weekend. Do you have any fun plans for this weekend? Or just some relaxing plans? Let's see, I'm gonna fix my... I forgot to get my reference image up on my screen so that I could see it. So I'm fixing that real quick. Oh, good. Exie is alright. Thank you. How about you? I am good too. I'm so glad that it's Friday. I got through the, on Thursday evenings, it's the group puppy training class for my dogs, and it's always so stressful. So getting over that, and then Friday just be like, it's like such a relief after to get through Thursday. So I'm feeling pretty good. Plus, it's just been a nice relaxing day, and I took a bunch of pictures of my flowers outside, and everything's just so lovely. And I went on a run at lunchtime, and I feel so good. I always feel really good after going on a run. Even though it was so smoggy and terrible outside. Air quality is terrible. But anyway, yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Oh, okay. I don't know. There's nothing currently. We'll see. Yeah, you just take it easy. Play it by ear. See what sounds good for your weekend. Well, the next step for this chibi is to finish up the marker. I took this little note with all the colors that I've used so far. I might need to get those out, but I'm just going to go ahead and move on to... So I think the next thing I want to do is work on the pink, because the gray now has I mean, I've used all these colors for the gray, so I think that I'm good there. But the pink is just the one color. There's no shading on the pink at all. So let's see. The one we used was the RV11. And then also I want to look at my reference image. And since Kiki is actually backlit, well, like from the back and the side, her tongue is actually quite dark. This ear, on the other hand, I don't think I'd go much darker anywhere on it except like maybe the edges. So if I did RV11, it's one step darker without doing too much in order to get these little, just the edge of the ear. It's like there's an edge where it's a highlight, and then right next to that on both sides is a little bit darker than the middle part. So I think I'll go for the RV34, and then I'll also use that for the tongue and the mouth for the first layer of shading there. So RV34, right? Yes. RV34. And RV stands for red violet. One of the color groups. That's how they classify that's how they group the markers for the Copic markers. Today I made myself some iced tea with electrolytes in it for my streaming drink. It's a really hot day. It was a very hot run. So even though I've already had almost all my, what is the term? the amount of water that I try to drink every day, I'm still thirsty. I guess because I sweat so much on the run. Okay, let me zoom in on Kiki's head on my reference. I've got it open separately than what you see on the stream. There. Now I can really see what's going on. So, first thing, this edge of the ear being a little darker. And then her nose is actually mostly dark. There's just a little highlight. Like that. There's a little tiny, oop, oh my, it's so small, it's hard for you to see. There, just left that little tiny boop on the nose for a highlight. Based on what I'm seeing in the reference image. And same thing for the tongue, there's just a little spot here. Oh no, the camera. Okay. There's a little spot on either side of the tip of her tongue, it seems like, and everything else is much darker. So let's go ahead and color that all in. Except for those areas that I pointed out. And the other side. Now there's a little pink where her fur starts, where there's like the black lips. I guess they're lips. It's so weird because when it's a cat or a dog, I'm like, do those count as lips? They don't seem the same. Anyway, this black area of the mouth where the fur starts, there's a little bit of pink showing through, but it's so light that I definitely don't want to add any darker color on it, even though it is in shadow. So just leave that like that. So I'm good with this one. Let's take it one more step down. I won't do anything else on the ear though. Down as into a darker color. But because I want to add a little darker right here on this side of the nose. Because the nose is not a flat thing. It's like kind of flat and then it's got, it comes out on the, comes in on the sides like this. So there's a lot of shadow right here in this corner. And then of course there's some, as the tongue goes back into the mouth, the shadow gets so dark it's almost black. So we'll go one step darker. RV11, RV34. I don't know if any of these red violets will serve me. I'm just going to look under the reds and see what I... Maybe there's one in there that's a better... Yeah, maybe this R37. Is that too red though? I'm looking over at the reference image. It really is just almost like just black instead of pink. It's not even dark pink. It's I wonder if maybe actually going into an earth tone would be better. Let me look at the earth tone section. There's an E. E for earth tones, but there's, what, 3? Yeah, there's 3 groupings. So this first one is more red. The second one is, let's see. It's kind of in the middle between being red and yellow, and then this one is much more yellow. Since I'm working from pink, I would definitely want to do a red-based one. If I used an earth tone to be a shadow. There is this really pink-looking one, but I don't know if it's dark enough at this point compared to this color. I think I'll go for this R37 and hope for the best. These are the difficult decisions that happen when you have a limited number of colors to choose from. Of course, it's a problem going the other direction too, like with digital art, and you have infinite number of colors and then it's just impossible to decide as well. R37. And something I can do, and I think I will, is put down a little bit and then use this one, which will spread this darker color out, but it'll also add a secondary layer of this color that makes it dark, so it will help it blend in, but also darken it in a more, what am I trying to say, in a more gradual way, so that it's not too stark of a contrast. Yeah, I think I'll do that in this area as well. So it looks good. It blends really nicely. These colors blend really nicely together. The only thing to get it to do a smooth transition, you got to get it on there while the other marker is still wet. Ooh, yeah. Oh, let me see. Okay, I'll leave this, I think. Maybe I'll do a tiny little bit, because her eyes are a lot bigger in chibi form. Just a little bit of shading on that corner of the eye that is that pink. Whatever the corner of the eye, whatever that is called. Now I want one more darker color, because it really is almost black here as it goes back into the mouth, into the, like, inside the body basically. So yeah, I think I'll try this RV69, which is a different body style marker than these ones. So I gotta go behind me, I think, to find that one. Yes. Oh, there's static again? Okay, let me move my phone. Maybe I can't keep my phone up there anymore. Or maybe I need a new mic after all, after it got dropped on the ground earlier this year. Did that help? I just moved my phone away. So I tried turning my phone off, and then it just keeps turning on because it's on the chargy stand thingy. It seems to be causing problems recently. Oh, it helped. Ah, thank goodness. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll just have to find somewhere else to plug that in. Or I do have, I know you can't see what you can't see what I'm looking at, but it's got a longer cord, so maybe I can just I've got the cord neatly tied up into a little circle. But if I undo the cord, and then I could put the chargy stand over here instead. Yeah, that's super weird. It didn't used to have a problem, but maybe it's a combination of the phone doing stuff that's weird, plus, I mean, my microphone did get dropped on the ground, and only half of the polar patterns, only half the polar patterns work now without causing a weird noise. Maybe it's the same noise. But yeah, thank you for letting me know. I would never be able to know that on my own. Okay, so I got this different one. What's different with these, this is the Chow line. This is just the Copic, like this is just the, I don't remember what they call it to keep it different. This is like the original, this squarish body. It also holds the most ink out of all of their, except for their, like, they have these ones called wide, and they're like a really big fat marker. These Chow ones are different because they do have a smaller reservoir, but they have some colors that you can't get in this body, and it comes with a brush tip, and then it has a medium size chisel tip, so I'll show the difference. This is like the large tip, and then the medium one next to it, and you can see that it's noticeably smaller. So yeah, those are the differences between this one and this one. There's another one called the Copic Sketch. I think I have some of those, but I don't know if I will. Oh, I want to use the other end. I don't know if I'll need any of them. But I've got this one. It came in this set from what was it? An Art Snacks box. And so it's nice because I got some colors that you just can't get in oh, you can't see what I'm doing because of the reference picture. You can't get this color in this body unless you make it yourself, but I don't want to deal with that because I like how the body has the color name on it. So you actually you can mix your own colors and get empty marker bodies and just fill them with the color that you mixed, and that's pretty cool that you can do that, but I'm personally not interested. It just seems like a bunch of extra work for me. I just want the pre-made, pre-filled, and you can tell what color it's going to be because it says, and because the cap is the right color. If you make them yourselves, you're not going to get those bonuses, but yeah, I wish they would just make all the colors in all of the lines though. Like, give me all the colors in these square ones. Copic, if you're watching. I want all the colors. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit in there too. In fact, I think I could take this further. And then just do what I've been doing. Mix the next lightest one in, and then the next lightest one in to make a nice smooth transition between the colors. And all the while looking at the reference image to make sure that I'm not getting carried away. Because it's really easy to get carried away and then you're like, oh wait, this doesn't look right anymore because I wasn't paying attention. So it's good to just keep looking up at the reference image. Okay, I think I am going to get this RV11 because now these highlights on the tongue are a little bit too stark in contrast to the rest of the coloring. I'm really happy with the rest of the coloring now. But those stand out too much, like as if there's something else and not part of the tongue. So I get that RV11 from last time. And then smooth that transition into that highlight color too. Aoife, my big dog Aoife just let out a big sigh. Oh, Satuita's here too. Hello! How's it going? Are you relaxing now after all the gardening? There's a cat hair on my drink. No. There. Snap it shut in case I knock it over or something. Okay. Am I done with the pink? I think I want to do a little bit more on the nose. When I look over my reference image, now that I've gone this dark with the mouth, I feel like I need to take it a little further with the nose as well. In fact, I'll do a little bit with this super dark color. Oh, nice. Satuiza says I'm about to start painting. What are you going to paint? So is it a new project or something that you've been working on already? Oops, wrong one. And this one. I'm just doing the same thing I've been doing. It's on a little tiny small scale. There. Ooh, that's much better. Here, I'll hold this up so you can see what I did with the pinks so far. I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'll just stick with that for my marker work on the pink areas. And that means all I have left is the eyes. In the reference photo, they're completely black because it's just so much shadow. She's lit from behind and the eyes are almost closed and you just can't see anything in the reference photo. But I know her eyes are a beautiful like ice green. So I'm going to make it, I'm still going to make it pretty dark, but I want it to be a dark green instead of just like a black shadow. So yeah, her eyes in reality are somewhere between like these kind of colors. But it is in shadow, so I won't even put those on there. This is a yellow green. Yeah. Yellow green is definitely the best. Maybe this yellow green 67 is a nice, it's colorful, but it's a good dark start to her eye. So yellow green YG67. Okay. That's what it says. I'm gonna record a time lapse, so I don't know if I could talk during the recording. Okay. So I'll know if you're not responding. I'll know what's going on. It's a big painting. I've been on and off for a couple years. Oh. What is it of, if you can say? And thank you. The pink looks great. Satsuita says, thank you very much. Yeah, it's very hard to choose because the pinks feel kind of limited when I'm looking at what the photo looks like and what I have available, but yay. It's a difficulty, but it's not like it's not fun to have to choose a pink that's not quite what you want. Okay, there's the beginning. Oh, it looks really good with the pink. Green and pink always look so good together. So that's the base, but it is mostly in shadow, so I gotta go a lot darker than this. And I don't know if I want to even go green or... So the opposite of green is red. That's why pink and green look so good together. So maybe I'll use some of these, because if you put two complementary colors together, you'll get a nice dark shadow. But it's more colorful. So maybe I'll even use one of the ones that I've already used. That is R37. Because I picked a yellow green. So that would be the opposite of yellow is purple. So a red violet would be a perfect complement, I think, if I'm thinking my color wheel correctly. This RB69 though, the one that I use for the inside of the mouth, that seems a little bit excessive. But I don't know if I use that for the pupil or something. Should I just go for it? Oh. Sato is his painting of cliff in alternate reality. Colorful and psychedelic flamey stuff. Eventually I'll add stars and make him look like a nebula. Cool. Today I'm getting the likeness of his face. Nice. Oh, that reminds me that I looked at the photos you sent me for your cliff chibi. So I should definitely be able to do that. But I got reminded, it's funny, the same week, I got reminded that one of my other friends claimed his certificate as well. But he claimed it while I was in Japan. So I was like, you're going to have to remind me because I'm going to forget. So after I'm done with Kiki, I'm going to do his chibi, which is a portrait of his cat. And then I will do your cliff chibi. So that is the order of your chibi. since it reminded me, since you said your painting is of Cliff. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. But it's only red. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try this one. To be a shadow on the eye with this green. Oh, but that part is in light, so I won't do that one. The green is not strong enough. I'll put another layer of this green. And then I'm just gonna have to do another. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to get another green. Ooh, that looks really good though. Here, I'll hold it up. The chibi is so small, I really cannot see it. There's the start of my. This part is me making stuff up because it's not like that in the picture. Oh, wait. I was gonna get up to get a marker, but I didn't pick. I didn't pick which one. Okay, sit down and pick your marker. Okay, so the other thing that I like to do is use blue or purple to give it a shadowy look. So, and there's actually blue-green. Yeah, I think I might do a blue-green. But then there's also some just green. Oh, and this ocean green looks really nice. But if I do too much, the paper won't really absorb the marker anymore. It'll just start going through. So I've got to make a good decision. Oh, this blue-green 99. I'm looking back and forth between the blue-green 99, the little swatch I have right here, and the eye, and trying to imagine what it'll look like if I apply it. And I think I like it. I think I like it. So let's try it. Blue-green 99. So I'm gonna ask my friend if he's alright with me drawing his cat on live stream. I guess if not, then I'll do Satuita. I will do your I'll do your chibi sooner. I don't think he would have a problem though, but I just like to ask, especially when it's. So it's one thing if it's a public figure or a famous person, but it's another thing if it's somebody's pet. It looks really good, I think. And I added a pupil because it's just a big eye for the chibi version that it didn't look right without a pupil. So I put a pupil in there. And I think actually, because the pupil is just literally a hole in the eye where the light comes in and travels into the optic nerve, I am going to take one of these toner gray markers that I already used to make it look really, really dark. So maybe, yeah, I'll just go for it. The T10 is the darkest of the toner gray. And I want it to be even darker than the cast shadow that's at the top of the eye. I like this spread of markers I've got going. It's a very nice color combo. It's like a little pink and green rainbow. Am I done with markers? I might be done with markers. I'm going to do a little bit more of that dark green right here. Yeah, man, I think it looks good. So, all right, well, let me hold it like this real quick to make sure there's nothing super obvious that I just completely missed. But I think I'm ready to go on to colored pencils. I'm looking it over. Yeah. I am done with the markers. Yay. Okay, so I'll set this stuff all aside. Set the markers aside. Marker swatch book. Swatch paper. Everything all to the side. And get my colored pencils out. I'll just go ahead and get the big tin out. It's unwieldy, but I always regret it when I don't have all the colors available to me. I just love I love colors. I love having a billion colors to choose from. No, I don't love a billion. Oh, this is kind of hard to get on the screen with the... Well, I'll do that, and I think Kiki will barely fit. Wait, maybe if I scoot it all the way over, I can... No, it's a little too big. Dang. Oh. Well, this will just have to do. Jeez. Kiki is just barely still in the frame. The bottom of her tail is touching the edge of the frame. Okay. I feel like I don't usually have this problem. I wonder what's different. Okay, so what do I want to start with? I think I'll start with overall. I wanted to add more shadow to the body, but it was with marker you're always going to have a bit of a hard edge, and with colored pencil on top of marker you can really get a nice soft transition. So there's 3 types of gray in the Prismacolor set. Which one? There's warm gray, cool gray, and what is this one? French gray. I don't know why it's called that. French gray. French gray is definitely not what I want. It's more of like a brown. But between warm and cool... I'm looking back and forth and between the... all along the from light to dark. I think I want this, the warm gray. And I don't know if this one will be dark enough. I'll do a little test on her. Oh, actually this is perfect. Yeah. So this is one area where I really wanted to add more shadow. But more subtly than is easy to do with markers. If you really work the markers, you can make more. You can make it smoother, but I don't want to put in that kind of effort. I'm applying the colored pencil really lightly to begin with because I don't want to overdo it by accident, because you can't really... You can try to erase colored pencil, but unless it's specifically designed to be erasable, and there are Frixion erasable colored pencils. Unless it's specifically designed to be erasable, it's not gonna look that great to erase it. It will actually look better to just leave it. Erasing it does not make it look very good. Sorry, I gotta take Kiki off of the screen just a little bit in order to get my hand at the angle to color right here. There's this little highlight patch on her nose. It's not exactly the same what I've done on the page versus what I see in the reference image, but I'm doing my best to reflect that. And so like not just applying a big thing of shadow, but like looking at the little subtle differences between different areas and the transition from one area to the other. And here I'm adding little detail hairs to the inside of the ear. Okay, here's what that first layer looks like added. There's a lot more subtle, and it, with the texture of the paper, with the way the wax works, it actually gives a little fur-like texture on top of everything else. Oh, thank you very much. Exie said, looks pretty amazing. Yay, thank you. Every Chibi Friday I get a little better at my chibis. It'd be cool if someday somebody reached out to me for like an illustration deal for a book or something, like, we love your chibis. Will you illustrate our book about animals? That'd be cool. I'm not really trying very hard to find people for that kind of work though, so I'm not putting in enough effort to expose myself to the type of people who would want, you know, like I'd be looking for a well-established publisher, like some sort of publisher with a really good track record of successful books and stuff like that. I mean, it's not like I'm doing nothing. I am a member of the it's such a long name, Children's Book Writers and Illustrators. It's a guild, and I have attended one of their conferences. And that was extremely informative, so that I actually know what to do when I'm ready to start finding a publisher or an agent or something like that. Okay, let's move on to the next darker gray. So that one was the first one in the middle. There's three levels. This was warm gray 30%. It literally says 30% sign. This one is warm gray 50%. Now I'm squinting my eyes while looking at the reference picture over there, and then squint my eyes and look at my drawing down here. And by doing that, I can see the overall shading instead of the details, and see where I want to put more shadows to be a little closer to the lighting in the reference image. And like with so many things, I look up and look down, keep looking back at the reference image. Aoife just let out another big sigh. She's like, it's so boring in here. There's nothing to do in here. She doesn't want to not be in here, though. She wants to be in here. She just wishes that I would do something more interesting and something that she could participate in, too. Here I'm doing, up here I'm going to do little sharper lines. Until now I've been doing kind of soft shading lines, but now I'm going to do sharper lines to show this like tabby patches that she has, how it's carrying over from this side to this side. You can just barely see it. Then we'll add some sharp lines on this side to enhance that same tabby area on the more visible side. Now hold up the, you see just a little bit, tiny little, oh, I don't know if it doesn't seem to be focusing. There we go. Just a tiny little application of some sharper lines to bring it from this side over to this side. Now I'm going to use this side, hold my pencil like this and use the side. So I'm still seeing this just like big patch of shadow like this. But when I squint my eyes at my drawing, I don't feel like I've gotten there yet, so just gonna do this. Oh, that's better. Yes. I'll do the same thing on the body. Because I mostly see like this just big shadow down the front. I think that's good. Now, what else with colored pencils, or am I ready to go on to a gel pen? I guess I will zoom in a bit on the reference image. So I'm just looking back and forth and trying to decide if I'm satisfied. I do want to put a little bit shadow coming right up this side of the face. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. maybe a little more over here. I only did any marker work on this side, I think. Oh, and coming down from the mouth, I see now that I've zoomed in that it's a little dark transition from this part of the black lips to the furry part of the chin. Maybe a little bit here and here too. That's better. Okay, I'm ready. Let's... Oh wait, I remembered my favorite thing to do with the colored pencils. Put the purple in the shadows. Yeah. This has nothing to do with the reference image. It has more to do with the aesthetic that I like to have in my chibis. Let's add the little purple into shadows. And it just makes them pop like you wouldn't expect, and yet they just blend right in, and you'd never, like a quick glance, you would not notice it. It's just so magical. There. I'll hold it up so you can see. Like, well, maybe you can see. Yeah, it's so subtle that you can really see, like, right around here, I think. And that purple makes such a big difference. For just a little, what, 30 seconds of effort. I mean, this is a tiny drawing, but okay, let me close this for now. Maybe I'll need it again, but I don't think I will. What I do need now are some white gel pens, at least one white gel pen. I will get out. Oh, unless I have some just right here. Ooh, yes I do, hooray. What is this? 05, and this is 04, I think. So these are pretty close in size, but here's a couple of these will do. Okay, zooming out on reference image again, so I can just see the overall highlights. And I guess I'll just work from top to bottom, and the first thing I'm seeing is this edge of the ear. I want to put a nice white line and add some, I don't know how well it'll do because I already put some colored pencil in here, and that always makes it hard for the gel pen to write, but do my best to put some little indications of white hair, or even if it's not just white hair, could be hairs reflecting the light and looking brighter. And this will do the same thing, just try to get what I can to show up, because I've put colored pencil everywhere, and colored pencil and gel pen do not mix. Actually, colored pencil and most pens do not mix. That's why I always do the ink first. The black ink, I mean, of course. Okay, even though the reference image, the eye is so closed that it's basically black, but I made these eyes really big and more open for Chibi, so I'm going to make it like some light is making it in and put a little highlight. So just for the aesthetic of the character, I think that's more effective. And making it look cute and alive, putting that highlight in the eye makes the eye look like it's moist, and the moisture is like the difference between a dead thing and a live thing a lot of the times. So let's see. She doesn't really have too much of a highlight on her nose, but I'll put like a little dot right in the middle of that patch of highlight. Her tonguey though, definitely a couple areas, especially on the left side, where I want to put a significant highlight. So the tongue is also a thing that's supposed to be wet. If a living thing that has a tongue is alive, then alive and healthy, it should show some highlights. I'm even gonna take a little artistic liberty and bring some highlights up ways. This can also represent those little hooks that are on cat tongues. There's teeny tiny hooks on cat tongues, and that's why when they lick you it's scratchy. So these can serve not only as highlights but as indications that it's a scratchy cat tongue. Okay, I think maybe it's probably not going to show up very well, but I'll try. Oh, and definitely wanted to put some on the tail. That happened to me earlier. Thought there was this lol, my phone got too hot. Yeah, what I did, because I went running and I brought my phone, and then it was like so hot, it was like freaking out, and I had to restart it. I got an ice pack out of the freezer and put the phone on the ice pack. Because I have the case, so I wasn't worried about the phone getting wet or anything as the ice pack melted, and then that cooled it right down. Guess it can only do time lapse and nothing else. I see. Well, that is a lot to ask of it. Well, I only have 7 more minutes of my live stream, so if you want to hang around until I'm done. But if you want to just get back to work, then that's perfectly fine too. So we're both doing visual arts stuff. I totally understand. It's so satisfying doing the white gel pen on the dark markers. Here I've got the little texture added to her tail. Oh, come on, camera. There. Some little gel pen lines. This adds a lovely little texture. Makes it look like it's a fluffy, furry tail instead of just one solid, like a snake or something. Oh, I guess while I'm at it, get this to focus. Oh, it did it on its own. Yay. There are the little highlights / indications of the scratchy cat tongue as well, and the highlight artistic liberty, highlight in the eye, and then the ear you can sort of see. I think it works, but the lines are very broken because of the waxy colored pencil. Okay, man, I don't think I even need this one. This one is working fine. Oh, okay. Yay, you can stick around with me. With me and Exie. Got the colors on there. Oh, good. Should take a break anyway. That's I forget to say what's going on for the viewers of the, what's it called later? The recording. You can tell it's Friday. I'm starting to run on empty here. My brain is like, cannot compute. Aw, thank you. Well, I'll tell Kiki that you said that, because this is because of Kiki that's cute. So this is cute green eyes. Little cutie Kiki. Okay, last thing. Very fun and satisfying, but we'll see how well it works because I have all of this colored pencil to draw on. But adding the whiskers with the gel pen. I see. I think that this is going to work, but I need a bigger one. This 05 is not very big. Need a bigger one to do the whiskers, especially to match how large I made the whiskers that are on the outside. Okay. Let's see, where's my white ones? Oh, here they are. Here's my nice array of white. I think I want this one. This is my thickest one that's not like just gigantic. It's a Uniball Sino. Oh yes, this is much better. Much better. And just like with these whiskers, I'm not going to draw every single one. Just enough to get the effect that I want. I guess it's not even that bad of a thing that the ink doesn't smoothly come out whenever it runs over the colored pencils, because it's kind of like as if there's differences in the way the whisker is getting hit by the light, and so you're not getting like a perfect reflection. It's like the whisker turned this way, so the light isn't as strong, but it turns this way and it's super strong. And I actually kind of get that naturally like this. And a lot of them are pushing forward, because with the yawn, the kitties always push their whiskers forward, because it's like they're stretching their mouth muscles too. This one actually arcs upward even, across the nose a bit. Oh, I need a scratch paper, because it's not... The white ink is like drying on the tip, so I need to have somewhere to wipe that dry ink off. Okay, here's, let's do another one this way. And I like to do one or two of them crossing over each other as well. I just think that looks more realistic, rather than having them all perfectly separated and not overlapping. I think that's good. I'm just going to shore up some of these lines with a little bit extra ink. But I think the number of whiskers done in white is good now. There, good. Yay! Perfect timing, because streaming window is over. So let's see. I'm looking over at my existing chibis that I've been doing recently. I can't remember if I've been using the 05 or the 08 to sign it, but I'll just use the 08. So we'll just put my little symbol here. And have I been writing the full year? Nope, just the little apostrophe 23. Yay! We were able to finish it. Chibi Kiki is complete. So here's the close-up look before I sign off. Chibi Kiki. Yawning. I've never done... I don't think I've ever done any kitty yawning quite like this as a chibi before. Maybe I have, but I haven't done it in a long time. I definitely have not done Kiki like this before. Oh, there she is. Yay! Oh, thank you, everybody. Yay! Satu is nice. Lexi says, awesome. Satu says, I like the white whiskers. Lexi says, I love the mouth. It's so vibrant. Yeah, it really did turn out so vibrant with those reds. A red, violet with a little red in there too. Oh, thank you very much. Yay, I'm glad you guys like it. Thank you for joining me for the last 3 Fridays for the creation of the Chibi Kiki. Okay, that's it for today. I have a normal schedule next week. I might have to reschedule Monday if the cleaning team is late again, so we'll see about that. But I'll still be doing Wednesday and Friday should definitely be normal. So hopefully I'll see you then. To everybody watching, I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining me and like for viewing the completion of yet another pet of mine. I've done all my pets now. I feel really accomplished. I have now finished all my pets. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching.